Britain has moved so far to the right, it's frightening.
Basically Nazi Germany, isn't it, Mark?
Frightening. Scotland's looking down again. They're still voting Tory. Let's run.
Except last time we were still voting Tory then and we weren't running, and Theresa May is... not Theresa May, Nicola Sturgeon isn't going to be able to get another referendum going. But it's alright, Mark, don't worry. You've got hyperbole. Let's go.
A UKIP swing of 9% to the Tories is what won it for them in Copeland. UKIP feel like a natural bedfellow with Theresa Mayhem.
Theresa Mayhem. That's awesome. She should fucking promote herself like that. Maybe get a Tyler Durden t-shirt while she's at it. Theresa Mayhem. UKIP are losing ground to the Tories because the Tories just stole their fucking idea. Because people wanted Brexit, you moron. It's easy to see why UKIP are now... They're basically a rump party. There's no need for them to exist. Their existence is a finite lifespan now.
Low taxes for the rich, low pay for the rest, defund public services, sell assets, and blame migrants.
Oh my fucking lord. Just... Alright. I'm not thrilled about low taxes for the rich either. I think they should be taxed at a higher rate than normal because they have more money left over than normal. That's fine. I'm not happy with them defunding the NHS or privatising the NHS. Totally against what I want as well. But the thing is, Mark, you have to understand, the left is a fucking basket case. It's absolutely unfit for purpose, and it's because of hysterical hyperbole mongers like you who just can't represent anything accurately. I mean, I haven't seen this video yet, but I'm going to guess you're going to call someone a Nazi, right?
UKIP has captured the Tory pie. That's what someone said, which is now, the Tory party is now as nasty, racist, xenophobic, and Trumpist as UKIP ever was.
Fucking... It's just, Mark, you don't sound like a man with whom anyone can have a discussion. Do you understand? Racist, sexist, xenophobic, yet they have a female Prime Minister. They have non-white people in their party who are also pro-Brexit. It's not even about xenophobia. It's about the damage that has been done to our country through mass immigration and through various kind of EU regulations and laws. I mean, don't you care about the fishing industry? There are Spanish boats fishing in our waters that our fishermen are not allowed to fish in right now as a consequence of the EU. That's what people are pissed off about, Mark. This kind of bullshit. That's just one example among many. Honestly, you sit there, you string out these buzzwords, and they mean nothing. We are the most anti-racist country I can imagine. Germany or Sweden are probably the only countries more anti-racist than us, to the point where it's pathological, and it's disgraceful what will happen in the service of it. No, Mark, not at all.
Look how naturally Theresa Mayhem moved into Brexit.
You mean from being opposed to it? To saying, well, I mean, this is what the public voted for, and I'm the Prime Minister, so I'm going to deliver exactly what the public voted for. My goodness, again, it's like another Donald Trump, isn't it? Theresa May does exactly what she said she'd do. Shit! Who the fuck thought that, anyone would be saying that 5 years ago about any politician ever? And yet we have now two doing it. And I imagine when Le Pen wins, which you'll freak out about, she'll do the same thing. And if Wilders wins, which he probably won't, but if he did, he'd do exactly the same thing too. I mean, there's one thing you've got to say about these neo-Nazis that are taking over our countries, Mark, and it's that they make good on their campaign promises.
Then inexplicably, full, total Armageddon Brexit.
So, you have to understand, folks. He's the one who believes that the EU holds all the cards. He thinks that Britain has no power in Brexit and doesn't threaten the integrity of the EU at all or anything like this. And he doesn't care about Greece and how the spectre of Grexit is growing again. It's not going to happen, but he doesn't understand. He doesn't care. He's trapped in a bubble. He's so misinformed. And so he actually thinks this is going to ruin us instead of us ruining them.
We will turn Britain into a pirate island tax haven and burn Europe.
Okay, maybe he does understand. A pirate island tax haven, Mark. I can't even say it would take you seriously. A pirate's island tax haven. You know what? I'm down for that. Do we get costumes? Do we get eye patches? What do we get?
No foreigner is guaranteed anything.
Yeah. That's true of every single sovereign nation, Mark. I mean, that's the very concept of nationhood you've described there. Only citizens are guaranteed things from the state because they are what makes the state. They pay for it, they nurture it, they fund it, they use it, they are employed in it, they make it up. Only citizens are guaranteed things by the state. No foreigner is guaranteed anything by any other state. Fucking hell, Mark, you've nailed it. You've actually hit it on the head. That is the essence of the idea of the nation state. And if you're against that, you are against the idea of the nation state. Anything we do with any foreigners is at our discretion and as a privilege to them, not a right. Well done for working that out, you fucking halfwit.
This is the xenophobic Home Secretary.
Fuck off, Mark! That's not xenophobic. That's totally normal.
Theresa Mayhem, who uses tropes and blames migrants.
Oh, fuck me! You're not going to start talking about people using tropes, are you, Mark? Fucking buzzword soup, Mark. Fucking whatever your surname is. You are fucking having a laugh, are you not? Oh, she uses tropes. She's a racist, sexist xenophobe.
Why wouldn't UKIP go on bended knee? Why wouldn't Donald Trump see her as a natural ally?
She is a natural ally of Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump is very much in the same vein as her. A nationalist and a populist. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually a good thing for the poor working class people of the country. Whether they're white or brown, Mark. Whichever colour your citizen is, a populist president or prime minister is good for the citizenry. Jesus, you're such a fucking political illiterate.
In his tango kamikaze glory. She is Theresa Mayhem.
I tell you, the more you say it, the better it becomes, the cooler it becomes. Honestly, now I'm just picturing her like fucking Tyler Durden in Fight Club. Just standing there, it's like, you know, what's the first rule of Project Mayhem, Theresa?
7 years of austerity and cuts. Now,
yes, and that will never change because Labour will never get back into power. And honestly, I can't see the left ever regaining power. I just can't see it. Fucking detached from reality, Mark. That's you right now and the rest of the left. You think Jeremy Corbyn's winning shit? Are you fucking serious? Have Labour won a single by-election since he's been their fucking leader? One. Not one. They've had a few catastrophic losses. He is the least popular politician in Britain, second least popular politician, because there's always Tony Blair because he hasn't died yet. Fucking hell, Mark. Yes, this is what you are condemning us to by making yourselves unelectable. You are just a symptom of the problem, and there are probably millions of regressive left-wingers just like you who are guaranteeing Tory rule.
Now Brexit Britain, closing hospitals, housing crisis, economic disaster looming.
Really? Economic disaster looming? That's actually not what seems to be happening, and I don't see that many economists and articles actually predicting that. I see a lot going, well, you know what, we were wrong about Brexit. I see a lot of those, you know, maybe Brexit actually, maybe we fell for the fear-mongering, because let's be honest, Mark, that's all you do, isn't it? This is just rhetorical fear-mongering, and that is your job. You put up these couple of minute-long videos going, the sky is falling, quick, Chicken Little has arrived, and nothing happens. It's not true, Mark.
And the lemmings! Yeah, let's vote Tory for more of that! I don't care if my business suffers. I don't care if I can't afford my rent.
Mark, do you understand the laws of supply and demand? I'm pro-migrant, but I can't understand why everyone's housing prices are going up. I can't understand why there are so many people unemployed. But I'm pro-migrant because I'm a fucking moron called Chunky Mark.
Blame migrants! Listen!
Yeah, they didn't do nothing! The Bank of England put out a study saying, yes, the immigrants into the country are depressing the wages of the working class. You don't care. You just don't care. Because you're a virtue signalling ponce.
Listen to the Tories! This Tory government has borrowed more than all the post-war governments combined.
Okay, that's true, and that's something that really does annoy me. But it was, to be fair, you say this one, it wasn't, it was actually Cameron and Osborne. They did it back in 2010 when they got in. There's a huge spike in borrowing. And then they sit there going, yeah, look, we're getting the deficit down. No, you're not, you fucking liars.
Yeah, look at Labour, she shouts, and her right-wing media. They borrow, borrow, borrow. This is the electorate is being taken in by Theresa, Mayhem, and a xenophobic right-wing mass ranks of their media.
That's because that's what the electorate want. They want someone to deal with the immigration crisis. Well, not even the immigration crisis, the number of immigrants in this country. They don't want the EU dictating to them what they can do, because the EU is not their sovereign government. They don't vote for the European commissioners, and they are the people who issue the laws that the MEPs vote on. This is arse backwards. Not even arse backwards. The commission shouldn't even exist, Mark. There's no need for it to exist. It exists to be an elitist control mechanism over the EU, and the public on a subconscious level recognise that and want out. And I am one of those people.
Tory Brexit will ruin this country.
No, it won't, you fucking moron.
We have moved so far to the right.
We're basically Nazi Germany.
It's frightening.
Be terrified. Mark's terrified, so you should be terrified. I mean, it's not like Mark has got this extremely, left-wing view that's so far left that he'd probably call me a Nazi. Fuck it.
It's frightening.
Ooh, be afraid, be afraid. Fear, fear, fear. Didn't work, did it, Mark? Trump, Brexit still happened. All the fear-mongering in the world won't change it when people's lives are on a general, just increasingly quick downswing, and someone else comes along and goes, you know what, it doesn't have to be this way, we can change this. They will vote for that. No matter how racist or xenophobic or whatever you want to call them.